Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and in this video, we're going to be talking about 6 early signs in dating that it's just not going to last. Relationships and dating can be a bit complicated. I'm sure that's why a lot of you are here, but in the beginning, it shouldn't be too complicated. And these are 6 early signs that it's just not going to last or be headed in a positive direction. The first sign is a lack of attraction. Now, my first 2 signs in this video are going to seem a bit contradictory, so hang with me while I explain. So the first one here obviously being a lack of attraction. Is attraction everything? Absolutely not, but I think it needs to be there to some extent. Keep in mind there are different types of attraction. Not everyone is attracted to the same things necessarily, and this goes much further than just physical appearance, right? There's sexual attraction, physical attraction, emotional attraction, etc. But sometimes there's simply no attraction there, and it's unfortunate, but I do think it's necessary to acknowledge. And there comes a point when you just can't force it. You could think to yourself, oh, this is a really great girl, but I'm just not attracted to her in any way. Or, oh, this is a really great guy, but I just don't have that attraction there for him. And although attraction can grow and change over time, I do think it's necessary in the beginning for there to be some sort or some level of attraction there. And before we get into the next point, big thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. Is something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals? Regardless of if you have a clinical mental health issue like depression or anxiety, or if you're going through a hard time, therapy can give you tools that will help. And that's why I'm so excited to tell you about today's sponsor, BetterHelp. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more affordable and more accessible, which is an important mission because finding a therapist can be really difficult, especially when you're limited to the options in your area. BetterHelp is a platform that makes finding a therapist easier because it's online, it's remote, and by filling out a few questions, BetterHelp can match you to a professional therapist in as little as a few days. It's easy to sign up and get matched with a therapist, and there's a link down in my description, and so clicking that link helps support this channel, but it also gets you 10% off of your first month of BetterHelp so you can connect with a therapist and see if it helps you. And because finding a therapist is a little bit like dating, if you don't really fit with that therapist, which is a common thing with therapy, you can easily switch to a different therapist for free without stressing about insurance, who's in your network, or anything like that. So if you're struggling, consider online therapy with BetterHelp. Get 10% off of your first month at betterhelp.com/CourtneyRyan. That's betterhelp.com/CourtneyRyan. And I've also linked them below in the description. Thank you again, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this channel. The second point I'm going to talk about that does seem a little bit contradictory to the last point I just mentioned, so again, stick with me here, is a relationship that is solely based on physical attraction, or a situation that is solely based on physical attraction only. So again, on the flip side here, and pretty contrary to the last point, if the relationship is solely based on physical or sexual attraction, it might not stand the test of time. Physical attraction and newness are 2 highly perishable, short-lived ingredients in a relationship. So if that's all your relationship is built upon, it's likely to fizzle once that novelty begins to wear off. AKA here, sex without much of an actual relationship. Call it casual sex, a situationship, or hookup culture, all of which are commonly chosen over a genuine closeness in today's day and age. If the only thing you like about someone is the time you spend in the bedroom or what they look like on the outside, that isn't enough to stand the test of time and to cultivate a healthy, fulfilling relationship. And again, as I mentioned before in previous videos, attraction gets you in the door. Physical appearance might get you in the door, but it doesn't keep you there. And who you are in here and in here matters, especially in a romantic relationship. The next sign is not spending time together or infrequent communication. And this one is a given, or at least you would think. And that's because of the simple fact that you have to spend time together and talk to each other in order to get to know one another and see if you're compatible, right? If you're not doing those things, it's probably not going to turn into anything serious. So say they're consistently too busy to spend time with you, or make other excuses as to why they're unable to make time for you or hang out with you, politely escort yourself out of the picture. Similar points here in regards to infrequent communication. So regular and consistent communication is crucial for building a strong emotional connection and fostering trust within a relationship. When there's a lack of communication, it can indicate a lack of interest, a lack of compatibility in terms of communication styles, or overall commitment. And whether this is someone playing a game of hot and cold with you, or they're truly just inconsistent or a poor communicator, it's an early sign that this just isn't going to work. The next early sign in dating that it's just not going to last is interminable conflict. Interminable conflict in dating can be a sign that a relationship may not last in the long run. Constant and unresolved conflict can lead to emotional exhaustion, resentment between the two of you, and a lack of trust between two people. Healthy relationships require effective communication, conflict resolution, and the ability to find common ground. If conflicts continue to persist without resolution, it can indicate a deeper compatibility issue that may make the relationship unsustainable. And specifically, if this is already happening early on when you're first dating, this isn't a great sign or a great foot to start the relationship off on. Just to clarify here though, conflict early on in a relationship does not necessarily mean it won't last and can actually be an opportunity for growth and understanding between people. Conflict is a normal feature of all relationships, but a perpetual conflict in the beginning stages should be minimal. My next sign that it's not going to last is unrequited love. Unrequited love, where one person's feelings are not reciprocated, can be an early sign in a relationship or dating that it might not last. And this is because mutual emotional investment and compatibility are important for a healthy and lasting relationship. If one person involved is not interested or emotionally available, it can create an imbalance and strain on the relationship. And it can't just be a one-way street, right? You cannot force someone to love you back. You can invite them to love you, but you cannot force them to. Just because you have extremely strong feelings for someone in the beginning doesn't necessarily mean that they are going to feel the same way. And an imbalance there might mean that there's no staying power and this isn't going to last long term. My next and last sign on my list today is mismatched values. AKA, you're just not on the same page and don't know if you ever will be. You know, it's great that you share a love of jazz music, horror films, and Persian cats, but what about the important stuff like core values, finances, family, lifestyle, spirituality, and contributions to the world? Many people try to overlook these values that aren't aligned and make it work, but many times these are the fundamental aspects of a relationship that need to be there for the relationship to be sustainable long term. Values play a crucial role in shaping our beliefs, our priorities, and goals, and when there are significant differences in core values, such as those things like lifestyle, religion, family, career aspirations, it can lead to conflicts and challenges down the line. Building a strong and lasting relationship requires alignment and compatibility in values. Of course, it's essential to have open and honest communication to understand the other person's perspective and find common ground if possible, but sometimes there's just no common ground to be found, and that's okay. You might just not be compatible for a long-term relationship. And again, it's an early sign in dating that there's probably no staying power there. Alright guys, that is all I have for 6 early signs in dating that it just won't last. If you liked this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. Let me know some other signs down in the comments. What are some things that you've personally experienced? Would love to hear from you guys per usual down in the comment section. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.